I just had this ingenious and very cheeky idea of having a shower right next to a busy highway with a shitload of traffic on a long public holiday weekend in broad daylight. Feeling a bit grubby, but I can do it out of sight. So down here I got a little bucket with both of my car doors open. So when I sit on that bucket, everything I do is below the windows of the door frame. So traffic coming right past the car can't see anything except maybe the feet hanging down underneath the door, which is like nothing. So here's the highway, all the trucks coming, and what they're going to see is that. Now I'm sitting on that bucket that you can see at the base of the door. So where I'm washing is underneath the window frame, so nothing can be seen in either direction. And here's the other direction. Mind you, they'd have to be looking in their rear vision mirror. So if any one of these cars that you can see going past, or trucks, if they want to look in their rear vision mirror, again, all they're going to see is that. I'll have my thongs on that you can see down there, and they'll see my thongs and my ankles and nothing else. And this is in broad daylight next to a major highway. Now I'm not going to strip off completely. All I'm going to do is just take my t-shirt off, wash under my arms, and I might just quickly wet my hair and soak that up and wash it away. So how I'll do it, so I'm going to sit on that bucket. I've got my little water bottles there that I'll tip onto that yellow sponge that's up there, and then rather than wasting too much water pouring it all over me, I'm just going to wet the sponge and then just sponge up underneath my arms. All right, so I'll keep my shorts and undies on, so it's like there's nothing offensive. And then just wet my hair, maybe lather it up, rinse it off when I'm done. And I've got my deodorant down there in the side pocket of the door when I'm finished. Got my towel here right behind me, so I don't have to stand up and go walkabouts and flash my big unsightly belly. So how that's going to look is I'm just going to be sitting right down here on the bucket, spin the camera around so you can get a glimpse. There we are, sitting on the bucket. They can't see shit. I'm just someone sitting here looking at nature with my doors open for a bit of privacy. But again, I'm not completely stripping off, because you never know, some family might pull up right behind me, and if they do, I'm sitting on a bucket at best just with my t-shirt off. That's not offensive. So there we go, just going to turn the camera back around now. And obviously I've got that little blockage in front of me there, so no one on the other highway way over yonder can look across, because covered by that little dirt mound, gravel mound. Alrighty, so we turn the camera off, but that was just a quick little shot to show you that little things on the road can be done. And I got these tips basically from watching some of the American guys out in the middle of Whoop Whoop over there doing it, but clearly I'm not in the middle of Whoop Whoop, so I've kind of like stolen their idea and A bit like the Japanese. I've pinched someone else's idea and then built on it. Hopefully to make it better. That's what the Japanese do with their technology anyway. They take the American technology and improve it and then claim it as their own. So I'm doing something like that. Alrighty, time to turn the camera off and put my theory to test. Right, nice and clean. I managed to shampoo my hair, nice and soft and silky, and doesn't have that greasy, horrible, 2 or 3 day no wash, no shower sort of look. I was going to have a shave, but I leave that's not so important, leave that for another day. But under the arms, I went into a cafe earlier on in Goulburn today. There was 4 gents sitting at a table beside me, and I didn't realise at the time, but just as they were sat there for about 15-20 minutes, and just as they were leaving, right at the very end, of course, one of them just turns to their friends and goes, "Oh, I was wondering what that smell was." And I looked up and just smiled but didn't say anything, and I just had a feeling that it was like my BO from I showered yesterday morning before I left Sydney, but I slept in the car last night, so I've had, by the time I got to the cafe, it was like 24 hours. It would be like being at home and I guess just getting up and going to a cafe for brekkie without having a shower, except I slept in the car, not in a normal bed. So yeah, I suppose I'm guilty of that. So I don't know how some of these American YouTubers say they go for a shower without 7 days. Surely they've got a sponge under their arms, because yeah. So I've got the gym membership, but I thought I'd try the bottle of water trick out in the middle of and you saw the other video, so it's in private. I'm finished, and there we go. That's all I've got. Can you see what I've got down there? Just the two, not even, I finished 1 bottle of water, and these things are 80 cents a bottle, so there's about like $1.20 or something it's cost me just to freshen up. So that's like nothing really. And here we go. I had a truck just pull up beside me. I've had a million cars pass by me, and not one of them stopped, not one of them tooted their horn, and not one of them called out. Just the one truck that stopped, but he only stopped for a few minutes. He didn't get out, he didn't say anything, just stopped and moved right along. But I've got my undies and shorts on. They didn't come off. Just my t-shirt. So sitting on a bucket in the middle of the countryside, yes, beside a major highway with a shitload of traffic. However, lots of cars do that, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I mean, the only wrong thing that I've done is I took my t-shirt off, but fuck me dead, how many blokes take their t-shirts off in the middle of a city on a hot day? So being out in the country and sort of like hiding behind 2 car doors, I don't really see that as a crime. Sound like Dave Hughes, don't I? Ugh. Anyway, a few Americans, he's a famous Aussie comedian, Hughesy. Okay, well, that's enough blabbing out of me. Time to get back on the road. That's me in my shower.